Hi, this is Glenn Hairston, and welcome to another Tai Chi Talk. A while ago, I made a video speaking concerning the subject of the future of Tai Chi. And if you have not viewed that video, please go back and take a look at it to give you some perspective on the conversation that we're going to have, which is basically concerning changing the future of Tai Chi. And just to give you a little bit of perspective, the last video had to do with Tai Chi and application and Tai Chi practitioners not faring very well in a fighting situation. Of course, it's all over the internet, various individuals who are supposed to be Tai Chi masters who decided to have combat with MMA individuals or whomever and didn't do very well. Usually within a few seconds, they were on the ground and not much competition for the other fighter. Since making that video and talking about the fact that why is it that we as Tai Chi practitioners always have to look back into the past with people like Yang Luchuan, in the 17th century and so forth, to point to how good Tai Chi fighters are or can be, and there's no body that we really point to in modern times and say, hey, this person expresses Tai Chi abilities as it's supposed to be represented, seems to be an issue where other areas you can point to advancements and say, hey, from past times up to modern times, things have gotten better and better, whether it's technology or the Olympics or whatever sports, people get better and better. We don't point back to the beginning of basketball and say that this individual was better than anyone during today. So, which leads us up to today's video, Changing the Future of Tai Chi. I received many comments where people were asking me, well, how do we change the future of Tai Chi? What steps do we have to take to make a difference? And basically, two things, in my opinion, would make a great difference. One is common sense and applying physics, because these two things are what Tai Chi, to a large degree, in terms of application, are based on. But they are two of the most lacking things when it comes to applying Tai Chi. We tend to get a lot of talk about using the Chi, which is a very non-specific thing. Okay, I'm fighting, I'm going to use my Chi. What does that mean? Whereas when we're fighting, what we need to apply is common sense and physics. Example, someone punches at my face. I'm in a fight, someone punches at my face. What is common sense? There's three ways to deal with a strike coming at my face. One is to move out of the way, let the strike go by, to dodge it, right? To just not be there, okay? The other one is to shield myself in some manner from the strike, some sort of blocking mechanism or covering mechanism, whatever you want to call it, however you want to do it. For if I can't get out of the way, I'm going to shield or I'm going to block. The third manner is to redirect the strike that's coming, some sort of a ward off, right? To like change the angle or direction gradually of the strike that's coming in. Other than those three methods of avoiding a strike, what else is there? And we could say when someone goes to punch me in the face, I'm going to use my Chi. But what does that mean? I've not seen anyone avoid a strike in the face without utilizing one of those three mechanisms. So we have to get real when we talk about Tai Chi and the future of Tai Chi, the reality of Tai Chi, okay? Because I don't think I've ever heard any talk of any of the great Tai Chi masters who actually fought with Tai Chi not using one of those mechanisms. If the only thing we had to do was depend on quote-unquote Chi, whatever that means that we would be successful without one of those three mechanisms. The other thing we need to discuss or keep in mind is the use of physics. Tai Chi basically is a very sophisticated system of utilizing your body as a sophisticated system of pulleys and levers. Basically, it's physics. When we take someone down, whatever technique, method, posture, whatever you want to call it, whatever we're using, we're utilizing physics. We ward off and we take someone over the leg. We're leveraging them over the leg with a ward off, throwing them over the leg or whatever. But what we're not attempting to do is to utilize is physical strength. We're not trying to match our muscular strength against another person's muscular strength, because we all know that at some point we're subject to come up against someone who has greater strength than we have, and that puts us in a bind. Okay? The same thing with speed. You know, there's something that we call in Tai Chi borrowing speed, right? I'll go into that in a later time. That's a whole nother video. But if we match someone for their speed, someone who's younger, faster, etc., we are going to find ourselves in a lot of trouble. So since we're not trying to match speed and we're not trying to match strength, the way we do that is by using physics. And that's the way we overcome all strength situations in life. If we're working as a mechanic and we have to lift the car engine out of a vehicle, we don't get a bunch of friends around and say, hey, come on, let's all reach in and I'll loosen the bolts and we'll lift this engine out of the car. No, we use a pulley. We lower the chain, we put it on, and we can pull the chain of the pulley and raise the car engine out of the vehicle, only requiring one person to do it. It only makes sense. Other martial arts use the same principles. Tai Chi just utilizes it a little bit differently, okay? So, I mean, when you're doing judo, you're leveraging somebody when you throw them, right? You're using leverage, right? That's the sense of physics. Jiu-jitsu uses it. If someone was to strike you or grab you and you grab one finger and you bend the finger, right? You're leveraging their finger. You're using physics of bending one finger back to take an entire 250 pound person down, right? That's physics, okay? Person doesn't want their finger to break. They're going to comply with what you're trying to do. Without common sense and without physics, I don't see how we can use as art. Every art needs to utilize common sense and physics to be successful. We've gone into a buzz phrase where we say we use Chi, but no one gives an example or shows an ability to use Chi without the incorporation of common sense and physics. I've been a student of Tai Chi for approximately 47 years, and I've not seen anyone not apply, or I've not seen anyone apply Tai Chi method effectively without utilizing common sense and physics. So when a Tai Chi individual wants to get into the ring and prove the system, they're going to have to utilize common sense and physics, and that's why they're not doing very well, because a lot of people are just doing a lot of form and gathering their chi over a period of time and somehow thinking this is going to be effective. Now, maybe I'm missing something, but I don't think so. So I think if we're going to get real, if we are going to change the future of Tai Chi and get back to the understanding of it as a martial art, which it is, and which is a good thing. It's not saying that we advocate violence. We don't advocate violence. However, the other benefits that come from Tai Chi come from a firm understanding of how Tai Chi actually works. When you're doing the form, you're trying to perfect the postures. You're trying to make sure that your postures are well done. Well, what does that mean? When someone's correcting your postures structurally, it should be that they're aligning it so that proper physics can be used. That's what it means. If you're in a stance and your teacher comes up in a single whip or raise hands or a white crane spreads wings, it's all based off the application of what those movements are for, and to make sure that if it was being applied in real life, that it could be effective from the standpoint of physics. It's not just to make you look prettier. That has nothing to do with it. So when we're talking about changing the future of Tai Chi, I think we have to get real, and we have to think about common sense and physics. So thanks for watching. Till next time, take care.